Hello everyone on YouTube and welcome to a new 3D Artcore tutorial. This time we are going to continue with part 14. Um, we need to start and build up the rim for this hoop here. And yeah, I want to do something here, and it's a little bit kind of a test after I already done this one time. Um, I'm going to create a polygon torus right in the middle here. And I want to enlarge this by scaling it up a little bit to about so, to the grid size, something like so. And with that done, I'm going to expand the attribute editor here and change to this tab here. Okay, so I want you to type in the subdivision axis, something like 24. Okay, at least here the subdivision axis, not the subdivision height. Subdivision height, if you like to change it to 10 and lower down the polys, that's good. Even 6 will be good, I think. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So 6, enter, and press 3 to smooth preview this. All good. So with that done, what I will do here is I want to change the radius here. Now I'm gonna slide this a little bit that way, okay? And I want to make sure that the radius of this is basically the diameter is 18 inch. Okay, this should be the diameter of rim. About I read in somewhere in the internet that it's something about like the minimum is 70.7 inches, and usually they use 18. So just remember this. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply all of those other parts of the model into a new layer that way. And I'm going to click on this one to make sure that I can't select it. I just want to see it somewhere. And with that done, I'm going to switch to top view here. And I'm going to create another measurement tool. So first of all, I'm going to open Google. Okay, and let's say inch to cm, and here we go, we have this. So I want 18 inches and the centimeters is 45.72. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna create another measurement tool here. So create measurement distance tool, hold down the X and click once on the grid there in the middle, and the next one I'm gonna do it over here. So hold on the X and click somewhere here. Okay, with that done, I'm gonna click on selection tool, grab this locator. Okay, only the locator, not both of them and not three of them. Okay, so just this second locator, and I'm gonna sorry, switch to move tool, and I want to push it that way. So you see it's changing here the values on the channel box. So if the channel box is not open, please expand it by clicking here. And the translate Z, you can see it's moving. So I'm gonna copy this, pass this values over here. Now the problem is that this is 45 and we want negative 45, okay? And press enter. So this should be the diameter of our rim. And I need to make sure that my rim is just entering in between this. Okay, so I'm gonna scale this down a little bit that way and bring it over here just to make sure that this is really where it should be. Okay, now it's a little bit hard to see this, but I'm trying really to be precise with this, but we shall see it from the perspective view, and it looks like it's okay. I mean, no, not really much of a difference, so that's okay. So in perspective mode, I'm gonna bring the channel box still is on, and I'm gonna click here and poly torus. So this will give me the construction history of this object. Now I'm gonna light my cigarette for a second, and yeah, I'm not encouraging you to smoke. This is a really earlier problem from earlier years, so I have no uh, okay, other excuses or whatever. Never mind. I'm gonna change the section radius into 1 here and press enter. Okay. Now with that radius, I want to make sure that this is really fits this model. I mean that visually you can see it and say, okay, this is reasonable. You know, this is reasonable for being a rim for our backboard. So let's take a look. And yeah, I think that the overall it looks okay. So try to match this, but the best thing is just to make sure that the diameter is correct and that your section radius is what you're gonna apply later on after you change a little bit the radius and everything, because this is really what make the changes. I mean, I need the rim to be bold, and when I press 3 to smooth preview it, it's getting a little bit more thin. So with bearing this in mind, you shouldn't need to know that it will look somewhat better that way. So let's say the position is here, okay? Never mind. We need to make sure that we have a little bit space to create the base of this, rim, the thing that hold this all. And there is a shock resistance system there. So anyway, one thing also is to make sure that you have, you see this line here, that is really in front of our base of the basketball hoop. We have those two faces. Those two faces will be used as for extruding them out to make the base of our thing. But right now, what we're gonna do is copy this thing basically into 3 multiple copies. And no, before that, I will do something else. I will show you. Okay, I just show you. I'm gonna copy this one. Okay, now while I'm copying this one, I want you to pay attention for something. You see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs. Okay, so when I'm copying something like Control D and bring it out over here on top of this one will only have 4. So that means we can't really play anymore with the settings like subdivision axis or whatever. So maybe we can do something here. No, anyway, we can't really modify it that way anymore. Only the original copy, okay? So you see the original copy has this construction history and all the tabs that necessary in order to modify it, but the copy doesn't have. So the copy will be the shape that we are sure about, that for us that's okay. So this is the copy, and we need it to stay like that. Now we can continue and modify this one here. So what I want to do here is I want to go back to the third tab, sorry for the channel box, and I want to expand this polytorus again, and instead of section radius 1, I want to put in something like say 0.5. okay, this will be a tinier ring, I mean thinner ring, that constrained underneath this ring, okay? And this ring, basically, I'm gonna copy it again, so Control D. I'm gonna bring it up here, and I'm gonna grab the newer one, the original, and right now change this to 0.3. Okay, so this will be able to enter this one. Okay, so we can hide it inside this. Now I will explain this all in a second. This one should be underneath, as I said, right? So it should be attached to this one. Now, yeah, this deserves a little bit of work, but we will do it in a second. Now, what I want you to do here with this one, let's put things into order. This is the 1 section radius, I mean the thickness of this, again the section radius, okay? This is the 0.3, this is the 0.5, and this is the 1. Okay, this is the actual ring, this is the beneath ring, and this is the ring that will go inside this ring, the 0.5. Now we want to grab this one, we're going to bring it up so we can see it, and what I want you to do is right click, choose edge. I want you to choose let's say that way. Let's choose this edge. Okay, double click on it. With this edge selected, I want you to go over, press 1 by the way, just to make it you know, non-smooth preview. I'm gonna pause for a second. Sorry, my friend had to ask me something. So with selecting this one here, you know what, I will try to avoid this, though. Let's say I will only be able to avoid this one. I mean, okay, let's do it that way. We will create one here. No, we'll create one here, skipping this. No, we will have to do something here. Anyway, listen. We're gonna grab this edge, okay? And I'm gonna control right click and edge ring utilities to edge ring and split, okay? So this section now divided into 2 sections, right? We're gonna skip this section and we're gonna grab this section and control right click and edge ring utilities to edge ring and split, okay? So this section has been divided, one skipped, one has been divided. Now if you remember, I really you really need to make sure that your ring has 24 sections, okay? This is the subdivision axis that I just changed there. Okay, so I had 20, there were 20 and I had it 4, so we will have 24, and we need to divide them. So 1 skipped, 1 skipped, grabbing this edge, pressing G to repeat the same, I need to change to English, repeat the same function, and skipped, press G, skipped, press G, and so on, okay? Very easy. Skipped, press G, skipped, press, grab this one, press G. It's very easy. I'm just doing the same. It's like control right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. So after you've done this one time, you can press G by just holding the edge and press G. It will repeat the same function, last function used. So G and G. So you see we have one left here and then the section that we already divided. Okay. Now I'm gonna hold on, change to edge and grab this edge here, and I'm gonna bevel it. Okay, so shift right click, and you will have this bevel edge. Okay, so hold down shift and right click at the same time, hold them, and drag your mouse over this option box here, bevel edge. Okay, this little option box. This will open this up. Now, if you reset the settings that way, you will have 0.5000, okay? I want you to change it to 1000, okay, 1K, and add, make sure that you have only one segment. And with that said, and this edge has been selected, I'm going to click apply. So you see what we got? Just 2 edges there. I'm going to skip the skipped section, grab this one, and press G. So right now the last function was a beveling, so this is why it's happening. We can press G all the way to each of those divided section edges. Okay. Again, press G, press G, press G, and press G, and skipped and edge G. Again, I'm just beveling this edge here. Double click on this one, selecting it, double click on this one, selecting it, press G, and here we go. So with that done, we can close this thing. We could close this already after the first time we beveled. Though, now I'm gonna click on this edge, double click on the other one beneath it or above it, so I can delete those sections, okay? And delete it. Okay, this is one and delete it. And delete it. Delete it. Oopsie. Okay, this is disturbing. Delete this. Delete this one. And these. These. Okay, so all those sections has been divided for real now, so they all, you know, has space in between them. And if you press 3, this is how it will look. Okay, now if you want, maybe you can grab those vertices all at once that way, and because they are a little bit curved in after we deleted those faces, if you grab all of them that way, all those vertices here, and maybe you can use the scale tool to push them just a little bit out. Okay, so it will still look like a ring and not you know, awkward ring. Anyway, I will try to do so, see if it works. I'm gonna push it that way a little bit, so you can see the ring how it acts right now. I'm trying to make sure it's really circular and not some weird circular. Okay, so I also changed to smooth preview mode just so I can see it. So with that done, I press 1 to non-smooth preview it, and I want to non-smooth preview this one. Now, I'm going to bring this one above it, okay? And this is now very important because this is where you want to know what you are doing. And what I mean by that is that you can add sections also to this one, okay? If you really want to patch them correctly, okay? I think I'm gonna pass this one. I'm gonna show you how you can do it, but I think that the overall you should do it by yourself because this is just time consuming and I want to continue with this. So the thing is just to add them as like that and attach them and make sure like that they are on top of each other that way, and that's all good, right? Now the problem is you need this one also inside this, okay? Now that way you have some wire that's going through this secondary ring, okay? So in the NBA rim, what we have basically, I know that most of you who are familiar with how this object is structured, you have those little things that you can hang the net on top of it, okay? Now with this NBA kind of a ring, you have this other system that you have this wire that goes through hinder. So basically when you want to attach this net to this rim, you simply put you just hook them inside those this wire. Now I'm not sure how this is work. Maybe it's something that goes you need to slide a little bit and they all go off to one side, and when you release it, it's go back to and shut it off basically. I think like it's like some spring mechanism or something, but if it's not and it's just a wire that goes through in this, anyway, this is how it looks. So just to bear in mind that how you can attach this one to this one is first of all by understanding that you need to remove some sort of faces from here. So you will need to grab all those upper faces here that way, okay? Sorry, these faces. Well, I don't know if I want to patch this, but you know what, let's do it. Okay, let's grab these. Okay, all the upper faces has been now deleted. Press F8. Press 1 to non-smooth preview it. And I'm gonna bring this a little bit down, and just to make sure, I wanna grab this one, press 1 to non-smooth preview it, and I'm gonna grab this edge, control right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. So basically the same point where this hole comes. Okay, and now I'm gonna do this to the rest. So grab this edge, press G, grab this edge, press G, grab this edge, press G, and so on. Now we have something to relay on. It's the lower ring there, so we can simply easily see this and obtain what section need to be divided that way. And now I'm gonna right click, choose edge, double click on this edge, shift right click, bevel edge with the same values, by the way. Now you can see that it's almost there. I mean, what I will try to do right now is just simply bring this to object mode and lift this up to see that this is exactly where it should be. So you see it is there. So I'm gonna undo this moving part, and I'm gonna now choose those edges and press G because I already beveled it once. So it's repeating itself, and I'm repeating it myself because I just want you to be aware of what I'm doing. So G, G. Now this time I ain't gonna delete those. There are just some supporting edges that we will have here right now. So pressing G, double click on this and that. Okay. Now the thing is to press F8 to bring it back to object mode, lift it up. Okay, lift it up. Lift it more up. Oh, this drag thing issue with my eyes. You see, I'm releasing it, but it seems like it's still caught there. So now the only problem that I have here is to grab this, bring it. You know what? I'm gonna bring it up. Yeah, I need to bring it up for a second. And to obtain where this part is going to be connected to. Now, our problem is that we have no two edges that go through this face, the face here, okay, that really match this, you know, the width of this hole here. So we'll need to probably add 2 more edge loops. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna grab this one and add it to a new layer and hide this layer because I don't want to see this right now. I'm gonna change to top view, and through the top view, let's see, where are we? This is the basket wall. So I have some missing parts here. Okay, this is just disturbing. I don't know how to fix this problem. I never did try to find a solution for this. So I'm gonna take a look on this, how it looks from here. Anyway, I'm gonna add 2 edge loops. I'm gonna add insert edge loop here at this point. I'm gonna take a look from the inside and add another secondary edge loop over here. With that done, I can add one more to support this from the outside and another one to support this from the outside. Okay, I just need to be aware that when I'm gonna patch this, I ain't gonna do mistakes. Okay, so you can maybe add them later on. So I'm gonna lift this down. Basically, this is down right now. I'm just my camera is just look different. I'm gonna grab these 2 faces, these 3 faces, I think, these. I'm just not selecting the little ones here. This is the main idea, is to get rid of the big ones and keep the little ones as they are. So these all selected. these, these. Well, I knew it's going to be a little bit more work, but anyway, that's good practice. Everything is good practice. Now I can delete those faces. And after I deleted them, now I can assemble this one. So I'm gonna bring this exactly on top of this one, making sure that this is the correct position right now, that way. And now here comes the trouble. This is the really hard work here. I'm gonna lift it just a little bit above it, okay? I mean, beneath it. The camera should be like that, okay? So I'm gonna bring it that way. Now, we need to combine both of them, okay? So I'm gonna go over Mesh Combine, and then I'm gonna use Mesh Tool, Merge Vertex Tool. Now, I need to remind myself that I'm gonna pull these into this one, okay? Not the opposite way. So it's always starting from the points that the vertices that belong to this part and connecting them to the big shape, the big ring. So how are we gonna do this? Let's do it on X-ray. This will be the best way. I'm gonna bring it back to object mode first. And shading. I'm not sure why X-ray is not working. Maybe it's the viewport. Shading. No, I have no. That's weird. I think that my X-ray is not working. So I'm gonna go over setting preferences, plugin manager, and let's check for the X-ray thing, if there is such a thing. Okay, yeah, they apply to all. No, this is the X-Gen. Okay, I'm clueless about what's going on here right now. It's a little bit disturbing to see things like that are not working. Okay, never mind. Let's simply take a look on this that way. Mesh tools, merge vertex tool. I'm gonna grab this point here, attach it over here. I'm gonna grab this point, attach it to there. Now, I'm really guessing here. You see, yeah, that's good. And we will have to do this to the entire shape, I guess. Cannot escape from this. We already started, so excuse me about this nonsense, but again, this is up to you. If you want to attach them, do this, and that's all good. I'm gonna grab this one. No, I'm trying to think that maybe the first edge loop here was a little bit offsetted to the inner, a little bit more inside. So I don't know, maybe some places it looks okay. You see, this is the distance. I need to pull this little corner over here. It's a little bit too much. But anyway, that's good. And here it's okay. So I guess that after I will finish this and smooth preview it, it will look good. No, this is the second one. Okay, the corners are the problem. I mean, the open gaps here is always the one that are a little bit far away from where they should. Oopsie. I can try and grab all the vertices at once and try to merge them with the merge component tool, though I'm a little bit worried about what will happen with that, so I'm gonna avoid trying this extreme merging problem solution. So this one. Okay, no. To this one. and that one to this one. Maybe I will do this to also to the other side. I don't know why I'm skipping the other side at the same time. I can do this. So these just making sure that you do have this, see those faces, that way you know that you patch the correct ones. So this been done, and this one, that one. I can't really see the other side, so this is a little bit risky doing so. Let's wait for the other side after I'll finish this side. Okay, that one to this one. Again, I don't want to grab them all at once and try to patch them, because otherwise these will patch here, and I don't want this to happen. So not trying to merge them all at once with the merge component, because this will be a stupid thing to do. Grab this one. Try to speed up things. I am taking risk by connecting those there, but it looks like it's okay, so I'll continue at least the corners to do at the same time. This one. Just so you will remember, the tinier ring here that we are patching is the lower part, okay? I think this part has been connected already. Probably finished that. Yeah, we did patch this, but I do have those corners, one that I didn't start from. I mean, I didn't work on them from the start, so I will have to complete the entire ones. Maybe I will rotate. This will be easier. This one, that one. Now here is the problem. I can't see the second line, okay? So, okay. You can try do something like so, like grabbing this dot and try to pull this over here, and take a look just that you are at the correct one. So let's say here, you see? So it's really by guessing this. I guess I have no other way to do so right now, so I'm gonna, the x-ray is not working for some reason, so yeah, this should do the work. Just trying to guess where is the other one, you see? So this is the other one, patch this. If it's not patching correctly, just undo one step backwards. Yeah, that way. Well, I wonder why the x-ray doesn't work. Why the x-ray doesn't work. This one is okay. Okay, this one is patched, so I need to continue with these. This is wrong. This is okay. This is okay. This is good. This one is good. This one is good. This one should be here. Now, by the way, after I will finish this, at least this first part of the ring, I'm gonna sorry, I did undo that. I'm gonna wrap this part of the tutorial and we'll continue the next part, because I feel like this part is just already too long. So okay, we'll just finish patching this, and I will do one more thing after I'll finish this. So just wait a second, don't rush to continue to the next part, even though it looks like I'm doing repeated things here. This one. See, I'm not forgetting that I still have some open areas there on the open gaps here. So making sure that everything is really patched there. Nothing has been missed. If we do it, we should do it correctly and make sure everything is as it should. Okay. And yo. Okay. This is just too much, huh? Doesn't Can't see the end of this. Okay, dispatch, 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 dispatched. Okay, everything is patched. We will press 3 to check this. So press F3, press F8, press on the background. That way, and we can take a look on this. I think this is beautiful. I think that looks good. Although I do have a problem with something that I have no idea why it acts like this. I mean, what the hell is those faces should say? I mean, why are they that way? Face, let's delete this, press F8, 3, and let's grab this face and delete it. And right click, choose edge, double click on this edge, go over mesh, mesh, fill hole, yeah, fill hole, and double click on this edge, press G because this is repeating the mesh, the fill hole, and press 3 again to obtain more of those disasters. One. Okay, I guess I have lots of them. Trying to understand why is that. Some areas here, you see, this is a problem. This is an open area here. Mesh tool, merge vertex tool. I'm gonna grab this one. Oopsie. Oh. Okay, I see. Okay. This is very weird. Let's see. I have vertex here. And I wonder if there is a dispatch or something, detach. Yeah. So now, okay, so I can grab it back, merge vertex tool, and bring it to position. That was cool. We were detaching vertices. Okay. Press 3. Press F8. Press somewhere in the background. Having a look on this. Okay, we have only 2 more of those problematic areas. We have this one here, which is not patched correctly. And I have no idea why it was happening for the first part. Let's detach this one, and then move tool. No, I want to grab this again. No, not this vertex, but the other one. This one. Great. You need to be very careful with this, I guess. And yeah, so let's press F8. Let's press 3. Take a look on this. Now, I'm not sure if you understand how I am obtaining them, though. You can see that while there is those little differences here, something is not patched correctly. Even now, I mean, something is not fully as it should be. I mean, not like this one. This area is perfect. This one looks good. This one looks bad. Okay? So we need to understand what's going on here. What is going on here? And why it's acting like that. So basically this one is not patched. Okay? So I'm gonna merge vertex tool, and now let's grab both of them and merge them. Press F8, press 3. Still yet something is not as it should. Really wonder what's going on here. Oh, the center. The center is not patched. Here you go, little buddy. Press 3. Press F8. All good here. All good here. Even though I thought like I was passing each and every point here, just proved me wrong. So I don't know. Things happen, I guess. I can't be that perfect unless I'm doubling check myself. Now I have a feeling that here we have the same problem. So I'm gonna grab those vertices here. These two here. Basically it's 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm gonna merge them. Merge components. So now let's press 3. And nope, we still have a problem. And this problem got to do with here, I think. We will take a look very carefully on everything. Now it seems like those two are doing the problem. And if not those, then those here. These two. So I'm gonna go on the safe side and just do them both. Still yet, something is simply out of order here. Not. Oh, this area is open. I guess some things are unpredictable. Oops. Only these two, guys. Press F8. Press 3. All good. Continuing. So we have problems all the way, I guess. Here, this one. I wonder why it's happened. Why it happened. Mesh, merge component, press F8. Press 3. All good. Here. Looks like all good. All good. All good. Augur. Okay. So we also add those faces that look a little bit problematic, and now they're gone. So this is probably was the reason. Some unpatched vertices. Nice. So for the finish of this, right click, choose edge, double click edge, double click edge, and what I want to do, I think I want to do them all. Double click on this edge, double click this edge, double click on this edge, double click on that edge, double click on that edge, this one, this one, that one, oops, that one, that one, that one. Now basically the last one that I will pick, this is where the pivot will be, I mean where I will be able to modify this. So I'm gonna extrude those in a little bit, so I will have a little bit more thickness to this, I mean from the inside. I don't really need it, I just want to create some kind of a frame here to this. So yeah, you should see this. I'm gonna extrude them. And the gizmo, I thought it will be here, but it went here. That's weird. Anyway, I'm gonna press F to focus on this. And I'm gonna click on one of those cubes here. You see those handles each one has cube. Just click on one and release, and then grab the middle one and do something like so. Now I'm extruding in one division, okay? So there is divisions 1 here. You see this area? You can click on this and change it. I mean, click and hold down, click on the divisions with the left button and simply drag your mouse from right to left to determine how much divisions you want. I want to have, let's say, 1, okay? And extrude it once more. And bring it just a little bit inside, okay? Nothing more than that. Now you see what's going on here? This is a problem. I didn't expect this to happen. Now the problem is much more earlier. I'm gonna undo whatever I did. I just picked this edge accidentally, and then I will redo whatever I just did here. So yeah, I'm gonna unselect this one, unselect this one, making sure that all the edges have been selected. Nothing else. Here, this one is not selected. Now, also this is indicating sometimes that if you double click on this one and something else has been selected, other edges, so sometimes it can indicate open areas, like vertices that hasn't been attached. So be aware of this, okay? And now I'm gonna extrude once, press F to focus on this area, and again tap on one of those cubes, grab the middle one, and do something like so. Okay, we'll do this in few steps, okay? One, very tiny extrude it once again, tap on one of those cubes again, just a little bit more extrusion, that way, another extrude, I almost hit the render, and now I can extrude again and insert this inside. Okay, just a little bit, I think, and then we can go deeper. Oops. Yes, I will. Yeah, let's try this again. I'm not really understanding why this is happening. Okay. Okay, let's unextrude this and let's leave it there. This is already too much. Okay, so I think this is it for this part. The only thing we have is this hiding layer here, which is the 4-1. Okay, this is the inner ring that should be assembled in there. And yeah, if you already extruding everything there as I did, just make sure that this thing has some space to be inserted that way. Okay. Now they all been in center. Okay, so if you think you should bring this a little bit bigger, make sure you do so, because this is the center of this, and that's okay. It's safe to keep them all. It's all safe to do this while they're all centered. Okay. So yeah, I think this is pretty much it. I'm gonna save this part of the tutorial. By the way, I did experiment this because I had other issues with the first experiment, and then I chose to recreate this. So I'm gonna save it as backstop 6. Okay, and we will continue from there. Save as. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next at the next part. Bye.